I wanted to talk a little bit about my background and some of the people in my life that have made such a difference and have brought me to where I am today. And I'm going to reference my notes a bit because I've had a lot of busy times lately in our school district, and so I hadn't had time to fully memorize what I was going to share with you. So some of my most vivid memories were of my grandfather. He was an Italian immigrant who didn't finish high school. He had one eye and 9 fingers. There was something there about playing with explosives as a teenager. And when I visited him in his mechanic's auto shop, the moment he saw me, he'd roll out from underneath the car, and I can still see it in my head, just spinning out on one of those things with the wheels. And wherever he was working, he'd stand up and hug me like I was the most important person in the world. And then we'd walk home. He'd change out of his super greasy, smelly coveralls, and we'd get ready for dinner. And then more times than I can count, he would get called away, something urgent, somewhere he was needed. Only later did I understand why, in addition to running his business, my grandfather was the town's mayor, a school board member, a volunteer firefighter, and he drove the ambulance in the small town. Service to his family and his community, that lesson has guided every chapter of my life. A liberal arts education at a university with the motto, "Not unto ourselves alone are we born," gave language to what he had modeled for me. And yes, despite the stereotypes, as an English major, I did land a job in the tech industry when I moved to California. Working in tech became my master class. It taught me how to build, scale, problem solve, and think ambitiously. More importantly, it awakened a desire to align my values with my work and to use what I had learned in service of something bigger. That pull ultimately brought me to the Pajaro Valley Unified School District, where I serve as Director of Strategic Educational Options, and there the human capital of our young people sits squarely at the center of our purpose as a school district. Guided by a clear theory of change and a strategic plan, we committed to do things differently when the status quo no longer served our students or our community. With partners like Santa Cruz Works, Monterey Bay DART, and industry leaders, including Joby Aviation, we are expanding our career technical education offerings and work-based learning with practicality and ambition. One example that I'm especially proud of is an aviation-focused engineering pathway where our students are currently literally assembling a flyable aircraft, a Vans RV-12, while working toward FAA-aligned credentials. These are real skills, real pathways, and real futures taking shape. In just 7 years, 3,300 high school students, 64% of all of our high school students, are in career-connected pathways, many leading to high-wage, quality jobs in healthcare and engineering that have a family-sustaining wage and strengthen our regional economy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Every morning when I park my car at the district office, I pause and I do ask myself, what kind of a difference am I going to make today? And I know this work is never done alone. It takes educators, employers, families, and community partners choosing courage every day. This is the work of hope, our collective impact of community. What I want to be true for our young people is simple, that we show up for them, believe in their potential, stand with their families, and are courageous on their behalf as the adults with access to opportunity. Thank you to Santa Cruz Works for this honor and for believing, as my grandfather did, that innovation at its best is really about service. Thank you.